I'm Kai. Welcome to Kinesis, the program of tomorrow, available today.
Thanks, Kai. To get titles correct, Gavin, I'm the Group Sales Director for Kinesis. Nastasha started out with us about a little over 10 years ago within the online marketing department, qualified in HR and has been our HR Director for a while now. So customers are eager to get information in the easiest possible way. So whether they're using Siri these days, Alexa or Google, we're already seeing that voice search is becoming more and more popular. I can certainly see it with my kids, and we're seeing it develop within the industry. We believe that this deep learning, this AI, needs to start moving into web development software as well. And that's really what we're geared towards. With that in mind, let's call back the newest member of our team, Kai.
Hello eCommerce Africa. I was just hanging out with Siri and Alexa, chatting about what they have done to make lives easier in your home and on mobile. Today I will show you that I can do the same for the online industry.
And today we are here to talk about this amazing young lady and how she is helping us open doors in Africa as well as change lives.
I want to give some context first. Kinesis is a business that focuses in on small businesses. And so much of what we'll be exposed here today is big business focused. It'll be the biggest courier companies talking about the best way to service that end of the market. Payment gateways will speak with us about how to make sure that we're optimizing there. But nobody really looks at the bottom end of the market, where, if we're fair, most websites are built, and it's really from the bottom up that we can create a societal change by giving people more advantages. Just as DHL had, we've also found some barriers to entry, and it was nice to see actually that with what DHL had identified, so much of that gets overcome by our software. But this bottom-up approach has allowed us to see that internet penetration is really no longer the wall it used to be. I can even remember being here last year, and we spoke so much about internet penetration being a barrier towards e-commerce entry. And we're seeing more and more that our African partners are able to overcome this. But this delayed internet access has had a knock-on effect. It's had a knock-on effect for the agencies that are in this country. So what we're seeing is still a rudimentary standard of websites, a very rudimentary standard of understanding when it comes to linking e-commerce platforms, etc. And this really holds businesses back in these developing markets.
So concentrated web skills is a huge problem that we've faced. If you live in Harare, Gaborone, Windhoek, or even Maputo, you may have access to a fair standard only, but if you venture a few kilometers from these city centers, you are seriously hard-pressed for these web skills.
We do a really simple exercise when looking at areas to penetrate when looking for agencies. And what we really do is we look for a web developer per capita number. So if you have a look, really a rudimentary exercise, we'll Google web developers in a city. When looking at Africa, the best numbers that we find compare with what we would get in Nelspruit in South Africa, our 7th biggest metropole.
This seriously harms the small businesses in these markets, and it is unfortunate that they have to be close to capital cities, but this is a problem that we want to solve.
Mobile responsiveness remains an issue that we just can't get away from. We see so many more websites north of our borders that aren't responsive. We see these numbers really exceeding what we would get from even the smallest one-man agencies locally.
Then there's the basics of SEO. Moving up into Africa, it is very rare that the web developer that's servicing your micro and your small businesses has an understanding of these Google algorithms. But in a room such as ourselves, we each understand these and we have our own way to optimization. This is also a level of skill set that is simply absent in Africa and where upskilling one person can make that difference to an agency.
Absolutely. Now globally, we're living in an unparalleled era of innovation. The pace of advancement is accelerating and we're looking at technology ways of improving business and life. We're experiencing another online boom, and this is driven by the Internet of Things, the advancement of AI technology, blockchain, the influence of big data, and the maturation of the cloud. But no matter what industry you're in, technology will be the driver of expanding your business. It'll help you save costs, improve your securities, better customer interactions, and secure your growth.
But locally and specifically, our closest neighbours are a step behind at the small business level. So these are the issues we faced. when we moved into Africa after already having established ourselves through an agency base in the US and New Zealand.
So as I mentioned earlier, we're a South African business. We create software for a range of different industries, from micro to corporate, but we really focus in on SMME solutions. Our flagship product is the Kinesis Pro Suite, which is the web development software that we're launching here today for you guys. And within that suite is not only the web design software, but also a CRM that's built specific for our industry. So for the first time ever, it's a CRM that incorporates things like EPP domain management, also the ability to look after email accounts for your clients. Our main focus is taking these solutions, implementing and training them really through Africa currently, in order to improve the base level of product that's given out to our clients. So we work a lot with print companies, design companies, brand specialists. We work with business registration companies as well as online agencies. And what we do is we leverage these products in order to upskill people in these industries in order to broaden the base of web development, especially in underdeveloped areas. The Kinesis Pro Web Suite has solutions specifically tailored for a range of industries, but it's versatile enough that it can be customized for each and every single business.
So what we have done is to create a range of interlinking standalone products that can be stacked together so that it can be modified to create solutions that any business can use. We aren't always reinventing the wheel, but we do seek to make it affordable enough for each business to be able to benefit from proper software.
We work tirelessly on this. We're always adding functionalities. We're adding payment gateways. We're constantly working with more delivery partners, and DHL have been amazing when it comes to that, so that you, who are servicing these clients, can help find a unique online niche for every single one of those clients. Through our agency base, we now have 3,500 odd websites being produced every year on the Kinesis Pro software. We're currently working at rolling this out through various TVET colleges, specifically on the East Rand of Johannesburg, and we're working with the University of KwaZulu-Natal to get Kinesis into their curriculum. So we're already seeing that the impact is there to be seen.
In taking our agency CRM development solutions to America and New Zealand, we encountered markets where they were ready to accept the programs, they were more entrenched in it, and it was really easy to see a good uptake of these programs. And of course, it was a lot easier to find really good staff in these segments.
We kept looking internationally almost right up until this event last year, and it really sparked something for us. We were able to see that DHL and Visa, who have been phenomenal ever since then, really valued Africa as a key driver of their own growth. But there were a couple of other businesses as well who affected me personally, and I'm sorry actually not to see some of them here today. There's a company called What 3 Words who were really inspiring for me. And there was Mall of Africa who were here who really showed that taking African products to the world can make such a difference. While they're not here today, I think that we can stand here today and feel that we're picking up that mantle and we'll carry it forward in this year.
If 2017 was busy for us and 2018 was manic, we expanded our programming department with AI skills, and we took our concept and programmed it across all the software developments we have done up until that point. So now we have Kai programmed across our whole suite of products.
As a management team, we've got a philosophy, I'm sure that you guys have heard it, fail fast and fail forward. But Kai has had a really big impact on us that we now look at problems and we look at them with the idea of fail once. See, by taking machine learning and putting it over our entire suite, it means that a member of a specific community with problems or challenges that are specific to them, we can package these now and we can take that learning and expand it through every member of that community to make sure that when agencies enter those markets, they're able to service their clients effectively, efficiently, and quickly.
So to demonstrate the impact of adding an AI over our front end, let me demonstrate the ease with which a site can be navigated and products found.
We've done this as a really sped up demo, but we do have the stand across there where you guys can go and play with Kai yourselves.
Proceed to checkout. First name is James. Surname is Smith. Email is james@example.com. Contact number is 071-236-4850. Next, address is 2 Summit Road. Suburb is Morningside. Town is Sandton. Zip code is 2196. Choose delivery. Confirm order. Choose EFT. Process order.
Just that simple. It's not her real address. So beyond accuracy and ease of use, we find by enriching these micro moments that are spent on your site, it helps foster a brand connection. It keeps people on your website for longer, and in doing so, it broadens your funnel. It also makes people come back to your website more regularly, and we're seeing a lot more return visits to websites. But it's on the back end for developers where the magic really happens. When looking to log into the back end, Kai will first verify username and password credentials before opening up a myriad of developer options that you can translate down to your client base.
Add a new page.
Sure.
Again, just sped up for ease of
Page
use.
was created. Would you like to add the page to the menu?
Yes.
Sure.
Edit page. Edit product retail.
Sure, let's add a new product.
Great. Now, every application, module, plugin, and widget that we add is designed with Google frameworks for load speed and mobile responsiveness. We've made sure to have accelerated mobile speed pages in order to overcome those areas where internet is still a little bit slower. During our development, we made sure to use people who have had no exposure to website development software at all in the past in order to make sure that we've crafted a journey that is as intuitive as possible for people using our software. Still, the addition of Kai has helped us take web development to another level, shrinking the delivery frameworks drastically and increasing quality scores across all frameworks. We've also created a template system that differs from competitive software in that we can take elements of any theme and combine them with others in order to create seemingly endless possibilities. We've also have a custom theme creator for those people who are looking to go that extra step for their clients, so they're not restricted purely by themes that already exist within an existing database. This allows you to create a unique journey for your clients with different landscape and portrait, different mobile and desktop versions. Additionally, we have incorporated image manipulation software straight into the system, meaning that there needs no software on your desktop, no expensive licenses, no issues you may have with compatibility. Again, it's a one-stop shop for the web developer. We've looked to overcome basic graphic design shortcomings too, by having a mask wizard, which has really outstanding layouts that can be customized, as well as a community feature, which we're really excited for, as we're seeing more and more designers within the community pulling together to up the average standards.
We are now at a point where a website can be designed and maintained using a self-inertia processor. The website here, for example, was created using a Galaxy S3 Mini, just to prove the point. And as an example, we can create a catalog, add a product, and convert it into a fully functional e-commerce store with bulk upload availability from your Excel dashboard. Linking delivery partners and payment gateways is just as easy.
For our SEO-minded colleagues, we have a full SEO dashboard as well, which integrates with Google Analytics data. It allows you to have full control over each and every back-end page, as well as the microdata for your products, your images, and your text. To overcome areas where internet is a known issue, we also give a developer the option as to the extent to which a website will be optimized within a specific geography so that we're delivering the best possible results. A real game changer for us here, again, is a community resource. As every single piece of challenge that we help those agencies overcome gets repackaged either as a PDF or a video, depending on which would be more relevant, allowing every member of a specific community to benefit from the learning that we've helped other members of that era.
This community ethic has also been extended via design resource sharing system, whereby designers can upload either things that we created by us or by themselves. We are also currently gamifying this part of the software to reward these designers that give back to our community.
So quick and easy, but that's Kai. And Kai's already changing lives. She's helping us up the quality of websites that can be delivered through our partners, both abroad, but more specifically here in Africa. She's making it way more efficient to create world-class websites in ever-shortening timeframes. She's making websites deliver better quality scores than can be done on competitive platforms. She's facilitating, very importantly, in turning manufacturers into retailers by helping them getting their products online and through voice, helping them with delivery chain mechanics. We're working our butts off to make sure that as many people meet and experience Kai and see the advantages that it can make for their businesses. So I leave you this idea from Worldwide Works. The future will belong to those retailers whose strategy is directed by customer centricity, who learn from others' mistakes, who transform operational weaknesses into strategic strengths through innovation, and who regard people as more important than product. The lack of reinvestment by the online retailer in the digital underpinnings of their business is a hindrance to growth.
We thank you for your time, and we hope your first or next interaction with Kai is an amazing one. On a personal note, we really hope that you enjoyed this event, because if it wasn't for the inspiration we got from attending last year, we would not be standing here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sure, Kai, do you want to come join us? Oh, you stand there, actually. Hey, it was nice meeting Kai. I met Sophia, the humanoid, at the World Investment Forum
Yes.
in Sweden, in Geneva, and she got interviewed on stage live. So maybe next year we'll get to interview Kai live for everyone.
Wonderful. One of the things we're currently doing is busy programming natural languages over Kai. So at the moment, all she really does is websites, but pretty soon we're going to be able to ask her where a good restaurant is or anything you would be asking Alexa currently.
How old is Kai?
Kai, we started working on Kai a couple of years ago, but I think in the current iteration, we're probably a little over a year old now.
Only a year.
Only a year old in this,
Only a year.
iteration.
And talk to me about competitors. Who else is doing something like this in the space? Where did this concept come from? Is it borrowed maybe from a partner overseas?
I think it really is borrowed from watching our children pick up a mobile device now and speak to it when searching. And I think we still see that within what would be the average of our generation, we're still likely to Google a Google search. Not my daughter. So if that's where innovation is going, we also, when visiting one of our agencies in the US, I was very interested. I sat across from a jewelry retailer who didn't have a keyboard. And it really did spark for me that if we're going to keep up as web developers, we need to move away from the confines of a desk. I need something where if you're in Africa, you need to be able to go and meet with your client, pick up your mobile phone, speak to it, and deliver a product.
And one of the big barriers to starting up an e-commerce business is setting up just the platform or the customer interface. And you're saving us time, you're saving us money on that. Sounds like an ad for a bank. But it does sound a little bit too good to be true, I have to be honest.
Another thing that we noticed, certainly to our very immediate northern neighbors, it's not that difficult if you're the big guy out in the market and you want to link your e-commerce platform. It's the little guy who struggles. It's the little guy where there isn't an incredible wealth of web development knowledge and the ability for him to say, Kai, how do I open up a PayPal account? And have locally relevant information, not Googling it and getting how I would do it in America. It needs to be locally relevant, and then it needs to be able to be linked to that system so that they can
And
sell.
you're moving that into local language, you said?
We're moving that into local languages currently. It's absolutely what we're working tirelessly with on the back end. And that's
Really,
the next
really
exciting
fantastic.
one, is expanding that language base and expanding it to more natural language.
The power of taking technology and creative thinking, putting them together. I love that. Let's see if there's a question from the audience. Any questions? We got a question over here in the front. Where's the mic? So it's 2. Going. So let's take those 2. So we'll take both the questions, and then you can respond
100%.
to
100%.
both of them. So one here in the front, and also in the front. Just put your hand up there, please. Another one up front here. Thanks.
Hi there, my name's Hadley. In terms of your SEO capabilities, obviously, there's a lot of voice search and that kind of thing going on. How are you guys equipped to to optimize your websites then with the voice search and the voice search trends that's happening?
Fantastic. We'll
Thank
get to
you.
that.
What languages does Kai speak right now?
All right, if we can take the question from that side first, which is really about search engine optimization and how much is going on in the background. One thing that's important for us is, and certainly when Nastasha was staffing up the programming department, is that we haven't only kept AI-focused computer nerds in the team. We've kept a very broad range of skill, and our search engine optimization department works hand in hand at every single turn. So before we go live through the testing phase, the search engine optimization team will work on anything that's going live to make sure that it'll benefit them as an agency, also that it's user-friendly for the individual search engine optimization specialist. Does that cover your question? Okay. If I haven't covered it fully, please, we've got a lovely stand out front. I'd love for you to come and engage with us. As far as languages is concerned, currently English. But we are working on, as I said, natural languages. It's something that we will have in the very, very near future. It's important for us. Our expansion is going to be driven through Africa. It's not really about going out and making sure that the rest of the world gets it. We're passionate in making Africa a force. We want to turn people who have globally competitive pricing but can't get that out there. And we want to start opening that up and seeing a real difference. So it's a huge focus for us currently. No more questions?
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.